Question number 3. Given z equal to x plus iy, obtain the Cartesian form of the locus of z equal to x plus iy in each of the following conditions. There are 4 conditions. I have written only 2. The next 2 will be doing after this. One real part of iz whole square equal to 3 is given. So to do the first one, find iz. Z is x plus iy. Multiply it by I, we will get iz. So iz equal to ix into I square y. Then I square is minus 1, so minus y. This is iz. Now real part of iz, Re of iz equal to, which is real part? Minus y is the real part, this is imaginary part. When we write in a rectangular form, minus y plus ix. Now this is imaginary, this is real. Now real part of iz equal to minus y. Now square of it, Re of iz whole square equal to minus y square. That will be equal to 3 given, that is 3. So which implies y square equal to 3. So y square minus 3 equal to 0 is the required equation. Y square minus 3 equal to 0 or y square equal to 3 is the Cartesian equation. For the second one, imaginary of 1 minus I into z plus 1 equal to 0. First of all, we should find 1 minus I into z plus 1. 1 minus I into z plus 1 equal to 1 minus I into z is x plus iy, x plus iy plus 1. Simplifying this, we will get this is 1 minus I. Multiply these two complex number, real to real x, that is 1 minus 1. Here we have x, y. Multiplying these two and multiplying the second unchanging sign. Multiplying 1 into x, x, and minus 1 into y, minus y, changing its sign plus y. When processing these two way, we will get a real part, x plus y. 1 into x, x. This is real part of the first complex number and imaginary part of the first complex number. And then here I have written real and imaginary part of second complex number. Multiplying this way, 1 into x, x, and multiplying this way again downward, minus 1 into y, y, changing its sign plus y, we will get both time, we will get a real part. Then plus I into, just cross multiplying without this sign, y minus x is the imaginary part, plus 1. Now, from these results, x plus y plus 1 is real. Adding those two results, x plus y plus 1 plus I into y minus x is imaginary. Here we have written this one in the rectangular form. The real part is x plus y plus 1 and imaginary part is y minus x. But condition given, imaginary of 1 minus I into z plus 1 equal to 0. So the imaginary part of this complex number will be equal to 0. So imaginary of 1 minus I into z plus 1 equal to the imaginary of this part, that is equal to, imaginary is y minus x, which is equal to 0 given, which is equal to 0. Imaginary of 1 minus I into z plus 1 equal to 0. So this is 1 minus I into z plus 1, taking its imaginary y minus x equal to 0, which implies x is equal to or x minus y equal to 0. Y minus x or x minus y equal to 0. This is the Cartesian equation of the Cartesian equation of the complex number when follows the second condition. Now subdivision number 3. Given modulus of z plus I equal to modulus of z minus 1, we should find its Cartesian equation when z follows x plus iy. So given modulus of z plus I equal to modulus of z minus 1. Simple thing, just substituting z equal to x plus I in it, x plus iy, x plus iy plus I equal to modulus of x plus iy minus 1. Here grouping real and imaginary part, x plus I into y plus 1 x is real, these two terms are imaginary. So adding these two, taking I as common, y plus 1 is the imaginary part. Here x minus 1 is real and the term containing I is imaginary plus iy. Now this is real part, here imaginary part. So we have written in the rectangular form. Now we can take modulus, taking modulus root of real part square plus imaginary part square. And here also root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Now squaring on both sides, the root get cancelled. X square plus y plus 1 whole square equal to x minus 1 whole square plus y square. By expanding this one, x square plus a plus b whole square form y square plus 2y plus 1 b equal to x square minus 2x plus 1 plus y square. Look at both sides, left and LHS and RHS. We have x square and y square are common. We can cancel these two values. The remaining are, bringing the terms in the left side, we'll have 2x minus 2x in the left side plus 2x. Already we have plus 2y here, and then 1 and 1 get cancelled. So remaining are 2x plus 2y equal to 0. When we divide it by 2, we will get which implies x plus y equal to 0. Therefore, the Cartesian equation of the complex number z equal to x plus iy, following this condition, modulus of z plus I equal to modulus of z minus 1 equal to x plus y equal to 0. Now we are moving to the fourth subdivision. Subdivision number 4, given z bar equal to z bar minus 1. Z bar equal to z bar minus 1. Z equal to x plus iy is given. Z bar means x minus iy. Conjugate is nothing but replacing I to minus I in the given complex number. Z equal to x plus iy, so z bar equal to x minus iy. Now here z bar minus 1 is 1 by z, which implies z bar equal to 1 by z. Now 1 by x plus iy. Z is nothing but given x plus iy. Now we can cross multiply it. X plus iy into x minus iy equal to 1. Look at here, they are the product. These two are conjugate to each other, because here x plus iy, we have x minus iy. Product of conjugate to each other will be equal to sum of the squares of real and imaginary part, which implies x square plus y square equal to 1. Multiplying these two will get because a plus ib into a minus ib, we have a formula a square plus b square in complex numbers. So, but in real numbers it is a square minus b square. Only in complex number we have a square plus b square. So it follows the same property of a plus ib into a minus ib formula. So multiplying these two will get x square plus y square equal to 1. So this is the respective Cartesian equation when z follows the condition of z bar equal to z bar minus 1. Question number 4. Show that the following equations represents a circle. Following equations represents a circle. Find its center and radius. Find its center and radius. Subdivision number 1. We have formula z minus z naught equal to r is the equation of the circle in complex form. So we should change the given equation in this form. Modulus of z minus taken out from these two terms, minus of 2 plus I equal to 3. Now this follows modulus of z minus z naught equal to r. Here z naught represents center and r represents radius. So center equal to the complex number 2 plus I, and writing as a point 2 comma 1. Real part 2, imaginary part 1. 2 comma 1. And the radius r equal to 3. This is represents radius value. So writing in the proper form and then taking the values center and radius from the above form, we'll get a center 2 comma 1. So this is in the form of z minus z naught. So z minus z naught is a complex number. This is the center. Writing as a point, it is 2, 1, and this represents radius 3. And here subdivision number 2, taken 2 out, 2 into z plus 1 minus 4i equal to 2. Taking 2 as common from the given result, given equation. Now separating the modulus, 2 into modulus of z. Now taking minus as common, minus of minus 1 plus 4i equal to 2. Listen carefully here. In purpose to write z minus z naught, I have taken minus as common from these two terms. So when we multiply inside, plus 1 minus 4i will get it. So taking minus out, we will get z minus of minus 1 plus 4i, that is equal to 2. Now dividing the result by 2, equation by 2, we will get z minus minus 1 plus 4i equal to 1. Dividing 2 by both sides. Here this is in the form of z minus z naught equal to r. Here z naught represents minus 1 plus 4i. So real part minus 1, imaginary part 4. Therefore center is minus 1 comma 4. This complex number represents center. So writing center minus 1 comma 4 and radius r equal to 1 unit. That is the second one. Now we are moving to the third case here. We have taken 3 as common from all the terms. 3 into z minus 2 plus 4i equal to 8. Now separating the modulus, 3 into modulus of 3 is 3, then modulus of remaining is z, and taking minus 2 common, minus as common, we have z minus of 2 minus 4i equal to 8. 2 minus 4i equal to 8. Listen here. In purpose to write in the form of modulus of z minus z naught, have taken out minus from these two terms as common. When we take minus out, it will become plus 2 and it changes minus 4i. Now dividing it by 3, modulus of z minus 2 minus 4i equal to 8 by 3. Now this is in the form of modulus of z minus z naught equal to r. Here z naught is 2 minus 4i. Therefore we can derive center from it. Center equal to 2 comma minus 4. And radius is r equal to 8 by 3. This is a simple thing. You can easily find out by using the formula of z minus z naught equal to r. Given all the three equations should be written in the form of modulus of z minus z naught equal to r, then we can pick out the center and the radius from the standard form. Question number 5. Obtain the Cartesian equation for the locus of z equal to x plus iy in each of the following cases. Modulus of z minus 4 equal to 16 and modulus of z minus 4 whole square minus modulus of z minus 4 whole square equal to 16. There are two conditions given. Now applying the first one, we will have modulus of z minus 4 equal to 16. Put z equal to x plus iy in it, which implies first subdivision modulus of z minus 4 equal to 16. Substituting z equal to x plus iy, x plus iy minus 4 equal to 16. Writing in rectangular form, x minus 4 plus iy equal to 16. Taking its modulus, root of x minus 4 whole square plus y square equal to 16. Now squaring on both sides, will have x minus 4 whole square plus y square equal to 16 square. 16 square 256. Now expanding this, x square plus minus 8x plus 16 plus y square equal to 256. Now grouping one side, will get x square plus y square minus 8x. Now 256 on the left side minus 256. Here we have 16. So totally we have minus 240 equal to 0. So x square plus y square minus 8x minus 240 equal to 0 is the Cartesian equation when z follows the condition of modulus z minus 4 equal to 16. And the second one, subdivision number 2, modulus of z minus 4 whole square minus modulus of z minus 1 whole square equal to 16 given. Here we have only modulus, here we have modulus square. So put z equal to x plus iy in these two cases. X plus iy minus 4 whole square minus x plus iy minus 1 whole square equal to 16. Now writing in rectangular form, x minus 4 plus iy whole square minus x minus 1 plus iy whole square equal to 16. Now taking modulus, root of x minus 4 whole square plus y square whole square minus of root of x minus 1 whole square plus y square whole square equal to 16. Now square root get cancelled because of the square. So remaining x minus 4 whole square plus y square minus of x minus 1 whole square plus y square equal to 16. By expanding a minus b whole square formula, x square minus 8x plus 16 plus y square and minus expanding this one, x square minus 2x plus 1 plus y square minus 16 equal to 0. Now simplify it, x square minus 8x plus 16 plus y square, multiply minus inside, minus x square plus 2x minus 1 minus y square minus 16 equal to 0. Now simplifying this, x square and x square get cancelled and y square also get cancelled. The remaining are minus 8x plus 2x is minus 6x, and focusing y term, no y term here, and then taking the constants, 16 minus 16 also get cancelled, 16 and minus 16 plus 16 get cancelled, remaining is minus 6x minus 1 equal to 0. When we simplify it, we will get 6x, which implies 6x plus 1 equal to 0 as the answer. 6x plus 1 equal to 0 is the equation, is the Cartesian equation of the z when it follows the condition, second condition.